Roy is hiding. Back when I worked at the Harris Corporation, the Sheridan Iron Works in Champlain, Mike Bayshard and his brother Roy, who was hiding behind a car over there, are known as Heckle and Jekyll. But I'll let them tell you the story about why they got that nickname of Heckle and Jekyll and why they were hiding in the cornfield on the Mason Road. But long-time Chazy soccer fans, and in fact, in the late 60s, they talked enough about how great a game soccer was that we got together and we formed the Northern Soccer League that played in the fall for at least 2, possibly 3 seasons. I know at least 2 seasons. And that was before the North Country Soccer League came into play. That was back in the late 60s and very early 70s. And that was Mike and Roy Bayshard who said, you organize basketball and softball, why don't you get involved with soccer? So we did, and we've been good friends. I think Mike started at Sheridan a week before I did, and I started May 9th, 1966. This is Calvin Castine. We're at Chazy Central Rural School. It's the 9th day of September 2005. We're a long ways from 1966. And we're a long ways from 1964, back when Chazy coach Joe Dumoulin and I graduated from St. Mary's. There's Joe. Joe's hiding over the corner there. The Chazy girls and Schroon Lake coming up right here, right now on Hometown Cable on a very pleasant Friday evening. I knew if we waited long enough, Roy would come out of hiding. I never did find out which one was Heckle and which one was Jekyll. So if anybody from Chazy is watching this, find out and let me know. Before I get too far along, I should point out exactly where we are. We're at the future site of the George Brendler soccer field, home of the 2004 boys soccer champions, the Class D level. There's the old coach, Joe Dumoulin, and his assistant, Katie Bouchard. Don't know how Joe got to look so old when I looked so young, but we were classmates many, many years ago. Tonight's officials are Clark Hurdick and Jim Schutz. Drew and Goodrow will kick off. And action begins about 15 minutes late from the scheduled start time of 6 p.m. 40-minute halves. Passed back by Howley to Ledoux. Ledoux sends it up. Kicked by the Wildcats. Reynolds gets a foot on it. And Caitlin Howley will throw it in. Comes back. Picked up by Gay, Madeline Gay. Now Goodrow goes to the wing. Offside called. Ball put back in play by the Wildcats. House. Just throw it in.
Only come wide if she makes you.
You're always outnumbered. You're throwing the ball in. There's always going to be one more defender than there is person on your team because you're throwing it in. And to Souza minding the nets. Goal kick doesn't get very far. Latour with the throw. Picked up by Latour. Chazy only playing half the field here. They should be more spread out, in my opinion.
Kathleen, back on 5. Back on 5.
Trombley puts it up to the net. Reynolds is going to stick with it, and it's going to go out of bounds. One off the keeper, so Giroux will take the corner kick. Nice kick indeed. Latour coming back for it. Latrimore in control. On the wing, it's Trombley. It'll be a corner kick if it goes out.
Savannah, come back on 16.
Giroux will take the corner.
Back. Kathleen, 5.
Ball kicked back.
Good job, Tanya.
Levine over there. Now Trombley. Giroux will take the corner. For the Eagles, 3. See, Samantha O'Hagan is number 3. That'll be a goal kick. No, it stayed in. Four is Shawnee Trombley. Victoria Reynolds is 5. Rose Ashline is 8. Marianne Latour is 10. Amanda Keeble, 11. Madeline Gay, 14. Brittany Goodrow, 15. Front of the net.
Play Savannah.
Caitlin Howley, 16. Checking after that one. Adu puts it just wide. Howley, 16. Samantha Souza is the goalie, but when she's on the field, she is supposed to be wearing 17, although Drew wore it last game when she got blood on her uniform. She had to switch shirts. Helen Drew was 18. Bridget Dahl is 19. Samantha Levine, 20. Chelsea House, 21. Dana Ledoux, 24. Megan Ryan, 25. Kelsey Latrimore, 27. Offside. Red kick. Chazy keeping the pressure on. Helen Giroux will take the corner. Goes the short route to Latour, back to Giroux. Tries to put it in the box. Ball comes out past the 18. Latrimore is there. There we go here. Let's see. Gay up the wing. And another offside is called. Levine getting a foot on it. She goes down. White throw.
Okay, get back.
On the wing, this is Trombley. There's the goal kick. And ball gets by Howley. Goodrow got a foot on it. Now here come the Wildcats. Broken up by Ledoux. Gets it to Howley. Taken away by Schroon Lake. Look out. Reynolds goes down.
Okay, no offside. Get back.
Howley will toss it in. Over to Latrimore. Gay sends it back. Now Gay to Latrimore.
Pressure Bowen.
Now Levine sends it up, intercepted by the Wildcats.
Switch it, one more.
Temperature probably in the 70s right now. Very pleasant day. Helen Giroux changing gears, changing direction, shoots. And puts it in. A beautiful exhibition there by Helen Giroux. One nothing Chazy. Madeline Gay with the assist. Helen Giroux with the goal. Push called on Tremblay. Giroux tries to turn on it. Latchmore passing back to Latour.
Come on, we're not going to get beat, right? First for the ball.
Wildcats will put it in, and Souza will make a stop.
Hey, good hustle, Savannah.
Come on, ladies.
Nice punt.
Two! Snap!
Latour carries it. She'll have a charge. Red kick.
Get back in. Yeah.
Gay gets a foot on it, bounces it off her red shirt.
Yes, Brett!
Up in the air, into the box. Headed.
Good shot, Jess.
Corner kick for the Wildcats.
Oh, out! Where?
Kicked by Reynolds. Controlled by Schroon Lake, taken away by Tremblay.
Out, Dwight! Help!
Tremblay working the ball. Gets away for Latrimore. Well, Latrimore tries to send it.
Go.
Go! Good, Marianne!
Latour steps in. Takes the ball away from the Wildcats.
Come on, tighten up, ladies. Get on the player.
Oh, no! No!
There's a shot. In tight. It's in. The Wildcats have tied it. It's a 1-1 score. The first opponent's goal. Girls had a shutout last time they were here. First opponent scores right here. Latchmore steps up to the front line to help out Giroux. 1-1 score.
Trap, go. Wing.
Eagles have a couple of subs. We'll try to pick them up.
Savannah, a little wide.
19, Bridget Dahl, I think, is one of the new ones that came in. Tremblay, passing wide.
Cassandra, get
Dahl
back.
giving chase. Red throw.
Under you.
And down the field, Giroux. All alone.
Ready, come on.
There was little doubt. It's possible that she could have missed, but there was little doubt. Odds makers would have had that about 50-1 that she was going to put that one in, and she does. That's kind of the way Willsboro was scoring last year. They'd have somebody break away, they'd kick it down, and one of the Clark girls would break away and score. That's a Willsboro play. 2-1 to score.
Yes, so she was onside. Yes, sir. And we're all set.
2-1 Chazy. Wildcats will kick off.
Under. Good. Through.
25, Megan Ryan
Kathleen, get dropped.
is in.
Cross.
Latchmore takes the goal kick. Latchmore carries it out.
Good ball.
Ryan throws it in. And Latchmore goes down. She's back up. Ready for more. And again, Drew. And she's with the defender thinking about it this time. Good hustle on the Schroon Lake defender to get up there and stop Drew.
Number 8, Jess.
Drew
Jess.
will take the corner kick.
No, come up.
And the keeper will come out with it.
Deep. Go.
There's the punt. Sent up to Trombley. Dahl. Goal kick. There's the punt.
Good.
Ledoux tracking it down.
You all right?
Ryan will not get there in time. Red throw.
Right in. Good. 2 on. Good.
Bouncing off one of the Schroon Lake players there by Madeline Gay.
Go. Up.
Call goes against Chazy.
Just get in there. That's too far of a shot. Get in.
Wildcats will put it in play.
Hold until she kicks.
Dangerous area, and Souza makes it a one hop save. There's her punt. Giroux passes it to Reynolds. Reynolds kicks it forward. Giroux being marked by number 22. Reynolds comes wide with it. Well, near the 18. Ledoux. Now Latrimore. Kicked by Ryan up to Goodrow. Goodrow sends it to the 18. Drew gets a foot on it. Passes it to Latrimore.
Come, Ryan.
And
Fullbacks, you got to be up with Hattie.
Wildcat keeper with the save. Ball will bounce off the head of Ryan.
Go, go, go. Go line. Good.
Latrimore sends it. There's Giroux at the 18, passes. Trombley goes back, now Goodrow cranks it up. That'll be a corner. Helen Giroux will take the corner kick. Goodrow. Joe's over at the hot dog stand getting a hot dog here while Katie runs the team. Or maybe he's getting a cheeseburger. They have a grill here, so you can smell the hamburger cooking. Gay. Ryan will try to get a foot on it.
Red, push up.
Great throw.
Leanna, mark 18.
Ryan throws it in again. Reynolds gets a foot on it, put a little backspin on it. It's high in the air. No handballs. The ball bounced into the defender.
Let go. Good job, Cassandra.
Dahl says if the red team's going to stop, I'll take that ball. Dahl will take the throw. And for Trombley, there's a throw. Drew to Goodrow. Goodrow playing with it. Should have one-timed that right at the net.
Greg, get out. Everyone up. Clear the zone. Up to half.
Broken up by Gay. Here's Reynolds. She's got speed. Steps on the ball. Passes back for Giroux. Goodrow sends it back in. It goes over the defender. Goal kick. Goodrow shoots it. Right on net.
Here.
Come on, Megan.
Here.
Dana Ledoux will take the throw. Sounded like it deflected off Reynolds, but it's a white throw.
When everyone's coming back,
Red throw.
so they have the ball, right? Even when you have the ball, you're playing right in front of the sweeper, so she can't just chip it back in like they've been doing. So you play like you're kind of playing defense, but way up in front of the field.
Off the top. Nice kick by Caitlin Howley. Right in the old breadbasket. Ryan will throw it in to Howley.
Out.
Thrown in by Ryan. Howley gets it back to her.
Good, Savannah.
Red throw. Ryan sends it back.
Got one. Go. You got middle.
Gay trying to clear it. Now the ball comes to Howley. Howley.
Good job, Kathleen.
Howley getting her feet in the way. Now Reynolds gives it up to Howley, controlled by the Wildcats. Howley gets there.
Step, line, let's go!
Now Gay. She sends it through into the box. Giroux passing back for control. Headed by Reynolds. Offside. Gonna re-kick it.
Let's go, White! Make it back, you gotta make it back!
Goodrow. Now Ledoux. Controlled by the Wildcats.
Right back to the middle. Stay all right. Get up, get up.
Schroon Lake very much in this game.
White charge.
White charge. Red kick. Dahl on the side. Ball bounces back to Tremblay.
Let's go, White!
There's Dahl again. Swung and missed.
Yeah, once you start to get tired, switch back with action, okay? Just push her up.
Kicked in the air by Gay. Oh, stays in play. Latour sends it down. And Tremblay kept it in play. Dahl kicks it. Good row over to Tremblay.
House to beat! Let's go!
Patty, right on 18.
Giroux's gonna score. Yep, Ellen Giroux with her third goal. She's got the hat trick early.
Fire!
11:48 showing in the first half. It's Helen Giroux 3, Schroon Lake 1. Getting the assist was Shawnee Tremblay.
Go, go, go. Red.
Goodrow sends it down. Another breakaway possibility here for Giroux. She puts it right on the net. She just couldn't quite get control of that one. She had that one little missed kick and she never really regained control. A nice serve there by Goodrow. Chazy with a well-balanced team, offensively and defensively. Ashline, O'Hagan, and House in. Eagles put it right on net.
Let's sit over here.
Unless, of course, she's making a run.
Yeah.
Then you gotta go back.
O'Hagan. Now Latrimore looking to get a foot on it.
Job, Kara. Stay with her.
Latrimore. Call one against Bridget Dahl.
Go!
Wildcats looking to bring this one a little closer.
Okay, that's all right.
Good job.
Kelsey Latrimore will take the goal kick.
Nice work. You're just gonna have to scream. I know you have a voice. Try it. It shouldn't be dead. It's working fine. I had it. I don't know.
Corner kick.
Colin, right up top.
Come on, White!
They go the short route. Ball into the 18. Carried out by Ashline.
Right in. Play Dana.
And Souza will make the stop. Giroux passing, looking for Ashline. Now Ledoux sends it through. Latrimore stops at O'Hagan, clears it out.
Good.
Wildcats put it back to the 18. That was probably Gay kicking it. Up for Helen Giroux.
You contain, Katie. Good job. Dana, weak side. Weak side.
Just barely getting a finger on it. Good shot by Giroux. I was wrong. The keeper didn't touch it. It just had
Savannah, sneak up to
had
the
the
Come here, Savannah. Savannah.
little left-handed spin on it.
Come.
Less than 7 to go in the first half. Chazy leading it 3-1. Levine pushes it up to Ashline. Ledoux over for the throw. Jim Schutz and Clark Hurdick, the officials. Goal kick for the Cats.
Kathleen deep. Go. Line. Good. Go.
Latchmore will get there first. She turns the ball. Nice job by Kelsey Latchmore.
To the ball.
Well, Gay gets back there. And Ledoux over in the corner.
Get to the middle. And as soon as they kick, she's going to go.
Red
okay?
throw.
You ready? Just wait at F. You're good.
Late throw.
Run to it. Ball.
Kathleen, drop for Dana.
Wins the ball.
This is Dahl.
Dana, 18.
Red throw.
Johnny, just overlap on the split, right? Just overlap. Never give it to you.
Gay. Sends it up to House. Now Dahl.
Get back. To the ball, lady.
Good, Kathleen.
Come on, Rose, you gotta go.
There you go.
Good hustle.
Do it, Sam.
Just
To
wait.
the ball, ladies.
Good luck, go. Cassandra, middle.
Latchmore gets there.
Kathleen, right where 8 is. Right there.
Latchmore carries it out. Red throw.
Wait.
Ledoux,
Come on, girls, play to the whistle. Let's go. Play to the whistle.
the new blonde
Red.
Right,
Dana
Rose. Play to the
Ledoux.
whistle. Get on, Rose. Get on her, Rose. Get on her.
Ledoux will throw it in. Levine gets it over to Giroux. Levine miskicks, shoots it, in. Samantha Levine give the assist to Helen Giroux, and it's 4-1 Chazy. About 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Chazy up 4-1.
Good job, Helen.
Reynolds in to replace Giroux. She's getting a little extra breather for the halftime. Tremblay with the throw. Gay passes back. Oh, Latchmore sends it.
Dana, get it out. Get it out. Just get it out.
Ledoux.
Get up the field.
Red charge called.
1 minute.
Latchmore will put it in play. Jim Schutz letting us know there's a minute to go. Clock's not in here yet at Chazy George Brenler Field, but
Hey, helper, up.
it's a coming.
Only a minute left. Come on.
Come on, ladies.
I've heard, not officially, that Coca-Cola is going to be providing the clock,
Through it.
and as
Get back, get
long
back.
as they sell Coke products at the booth, they'll be happy. No need to put their name on the clock, but we'll see. We'll know more once it gets here. Levine with the throw, into Reynolds.
Down the line.
3 seconds.
Okay, good job, Red.
Well, that's it. First half goes to Chazy. It's 4-1 Eagles at the half here on viewer-supported local television, hometown cable TV, worth your support. Wildcats kick off. They'll start the second half, trailing 4-1. We're at the future George Brenler Field. Won't officially be George Brenler Field till October 1st. Ledoux with the throw. Gay kicks back to Latrimore. Off Reynolds will be red throw. And throw it in again. There's a good row. Gay puts it, shot on, it's knocked out.
You can't be offsides inside our half.
Drew
All the way up.
with the corner.
Now, Ashley, Tara, come this way.
Trombley kicks it out front. Gay sends it wide. On the wing, it's Howley. Howley over to Reynolds. Now Madeline Gay. Latour turns it out, kicked by the Wildcats. Gay gets there.
Katie, come over to the fort.
Yeah, nice boot by Gay. Didn't get over to the defender. Good roll, tried to send it through.
Ready to get there.
Helen Giroux will get there. Looked like Trombley could have gotten there first and sent the ball to Giroux, but she saw Giroux was hustling and she backed off, went to the middle and let Giroux take the ball. Trombley's going to get a shot and she's going to hit it off the goalpost. Now Giroux sends it right down the 18. Goodrow steps in. Ledoux sends it into the corner. Howley uses Jim Schutz to get the defender off the ball. Now kicked by Goodrow, kicked back by the defense. Latrimore intended for Latour. Latour carries it, sends it up. Chazy throw into Levine. Now Latour. Gay tries to send it through. Latrimore is there to pick it up for the Eagles. Levine might get a shot off here. Nope, defender gets there first. From the corner, that was Tremblay. Levine throws it into Tremblay, kicks it back to Latour. Now Gay will bring it up. And it's a foot race. Ledoux getting back. Ledoux, good hustle. Dana Ledoux. Dana Ledoux hustled back and got the ball. She given up a few yards offsides. Good row.
Get there, come on.
Latour. Latour carries it up, sends it up, intercepted by the Wildcats. Latour gets it back. Latour goes to Tremblay. Tremblay into the corner. Red throw. Levine sends it through. Tremblay gets there to Giroux. Should be a goal, and it is. Shawnee Tremblay hustled after that one and fed it to Helen Giroux. It's 5-1 Chazy. Wildcats are having a keeper change. Wildcats will kick off. They're trailing 5-1 now. Probably 10 minutes into the second half. Good row over to Gay. Gay sends it up to the front line. There's Madeline Gay. Nice hustle by Drew to keep that one in. Levine tosses it in. Now Madeline Gay. Right to the keeper. Ledoux to Gay. Latour sends it up. Kicked back by the Wildcats. Levine. Latrimore wants the ball. Levine finally gives it to her. Red throw. Latrimore can't clear it. Wildcats bring it back. Latrimore is there. Latrimore slow to get up.
Okay, just do a switch.
I'm checking him for just 18.
Ryan will take the throw. Drew passes back. Gay sends it over to Tremblay. Tremblay giving chase. Catches up with it. Passes to Levine. Now Drew over to Tremblay. Offside. Free kick. Gay stops it. Off Gay's stomach. Latour back for it. Latour bounces it off the red team. And Marianne Latour will take the throw. And Souza will get to handle it. Levine sends it through. Reynolds with a breakaway. Can she score? Reynolds with a weak shot. She was wanted to make sure she put it between the pipes, and she ended up taking a weak shot instead of rearing back and belting it. Handball. We're here and there's 27 left in the game. Howley with a throw.
Don't play as tight on him as you would against in practice or against some of the other teams. You gotta get back with the
Go by her.
There's Tremblay. Wildcats put it back in play. Grazing the hair of Giroux on that one. Gay.
Come on, ladies. You can't wait for the ball to get to you.
Kicked up by Gay. Nice boot.
Good pocket.
Howley sends it. Dahl on the wing. White throw in for Dahl. White charge.
Yes, it was new, but it's not new now.
Gay keeps her footing. Sends it through. Dahl on the attack. Bridget Dahl's going to get a shot, and she's going to score. Give Gay the assist, and Bridget Dahl with the goal.
One in.
And it's now 6-1
keeper?
Chazy.
Now. Which keeper? Sam.
All right, we have played 15:45, so we've got about 24 minutes to go in the game. They'll be switching goalies. Latour will be coming in for Chazy. Coach Dumlin wants to make sure that he has a backup in case something should happen to Souza. White throw. O'Hagan. Red throw. And Souza makes the stop. Looked like they were going to score. Remains 6-1 Eagles.
Stay on, Danny, go!
Latour in for Souza. White throw. Stop by O'Hagan. Red throw. Corner kick for the Wildcats. And Latour with the stop. Red throw. There's Giroux. Dahl on the wing. There's Giroux. There's Gay. Alley over.
Nice ball.
Sent in by Trombley. Kicked back out by the defense. Giroux stops it. O'Hagan will get there. She sends it up to the 18. Reynolds will get a left foot on it. And the keeper makes the stop. White throw. Dahl in the corner. Goal kick. Dahl brings it back. Goal kick. Souza's in now, 17, and Latrimore is back in, 27. Giroux on the wing now. Passes back to Gay. Red throw. Howley throws it into Goodrow. Dahl on the front line. Trombley passes back. Levine puts it back in. Ball did not go out. Levine got there. O'Hagan will take the throw. Latrimore with the ball. Latrimore to throw. Again.
He's offside. Go up with Jess.
It's a red throw.
Go to it. You gotta go to it. There you go. Nice. Now.
O'Hagan. O'Hagan.
Beautiful ball. Great work.
A red throw. Now Levine steps up.
Beautiful ball. Oh, it's over there.
Levine takes the throw.
And not feed him again.
Sent through by Trombley. Latrimore. Trombley sends it into the box. Now Levine bounces over. Latrimore steps up, sends it back. And now kicked down by the Wildcats. 6-1, Chazy leads. We've got about 10 or so left in the game. Red throw. Souza. Madeline Gay sends it down. Now Reynolds, kicked back by the Wildcats. Ryan, after Latrimore kicked it to her, comes here to Trombley. Ball bounces off Trombley. Nice ball by Dahl to Levine. Levine sends it back, gets by. Now Reynolds will shoot it into the box. Very pleasant evening out here. About 7:45. Still a little bit of sunlight left. Nice corner kick by Gay. Here's the goal kick. Helen Drew back in. Levine. Drew on the wing. She's being marked. Sends the ball. Will be corner kick. Drew with the corner. Ball goes off Bridget Dahl. Levine. Red throw. Levine steps up. Latchmore says she's got it. Taken away by the Wildcats, but Gay is there. Red throw. Drew tracking it down. That was a nice ball from Bridget Dahl. Levine will throw it in. Gives it to Drew. Drew back to Levine. Levine sends it. Wildcats clear it. Gay can't control. Gay gets it back. Levine puts it in on net. Dahl gonna turn and shoot. Goal kick. Drew steps up. Dahl brings it in. Sliding tackle. Reynolds slides it in. Reynolds just slid it in there. Vicky Reynolds makes it 7-1 Chazy. .540 left in the game. (7-1) Chazy. Ryan. Latrimore. Drew gives to Latrimore. Sends it up to Reynolds. Reynolds sends it through for Drew. Trombley sending it just wide. Wildcats will put it back in play.
You send Bridget to send striking the
Reynolds.
Bring now. You're in. Job.
Goal kick. Gay sends it into the corner. Ball's in the box. We're
Okay, well.
trying to get our microphone repaired here. And they put the ball right in the box. Oops, we're still working on our microphone.
You know what? That was a banana header. Oh!
Souza almost put one in. All right, we're missing a good game here, trying to play with that microphone. Red throw.
Good step. Minute? Is that according to you or the ref?
1 minute to go. Dahl, right to the keeper. Okay.
Probably be on the soccer team.
In the corner, be a goal kick. Oh, went out on the side apparently. So it was a throw in.
Good job, Sam.
3 seconds. That'll do it. 7-1 victory. Chazy defeats the Schroon Lake Wildcats, and that's the way it was on this 9th day of September 2005. You've been watching viewer-supported local television, and if you're a viewer, you wouldn't be hearing this unless you're a viewer. If you're a viewer, we'd appreciate your support. So help keep this kind of programming coming. Become a supporter of Hometown Cable. Coach Dumoulin is. Thanks for watching, and for those of you supporting our ongoing efforts. Coming at you from George Brendler Field, the future George Brendler Field in beautiful downtown Chazy. Gay sends it back to the 18. Drew trying to back her way in there. Stop the clock. They're going to call a penalty kick on it. Often the refs will bring the ball outside the box if it happens near the 18-yard line. But they figure this goal, if it goes in, will not be a deciding factor in the game. Yanked wide. O'Hagan in for the Eagles.
Just tell her to come off the field. Don't hand her the shoe. Tell her to come off the field.
Sam!
Whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't know why that went.
Latour set to come in for Souza to become the goalie.
Go ahead. Check. Now.
Oh, black kick. Giroux. The defenders did a nice job of making the only available spot where the goalie was.
Get it, Carrie?
All right. Ledoux and Souza will do a quick change here. Corner kick. Not Ledoux, Latour, excuse me, Latour and Souza. Latour is now the keeper. This is Ledoux with the ball. And Reynolds almost had a clear shot. Giroux, nice save by the keeper. There's a corner kick. Ball bounces through. Sent back by Gay. Now Gay again. Nice strong foot. Ball comes wide to Howley. Howley tiptoes it up to Ledoux. Howley will get there. Nice ball by Ledoux. Top of the net. There's a goal kick. Another corner kick for Helen Giroux. Good row. Keeper had it bounce out of her hands to